Hello and welcome, folks, to this very special edition of DUI's Friday Night Lockup. It's the game and the doc here presenting this action, sponsored by Lethal Injection and Brutal Impact. Hey, Doc, how the hell did the Five Boys get in on this?
Well, you know, it's the whole thing of this cross-promotion publicity thing. I don't know what I'm thinking about. But I did notice up in that corner was that there was a Majesty of the Mat logo.
Oh, you know, I gotta explain about that, Doc. You know, as the reigning and defending and only Majesties of the Mat, Lethal Injection thought that once again we would spread opportunity to the rest of the DUI because we are generous and we are giving, even though people out there don't want to give us credit. But that's just who we are. So we are bringing back the Majesty of the Mat, but this time it won't be verbal, Doc. It's going to be physical. And here's how it's going to go. There's going to be 8 intergender teams that will compete. We'll have 4 qualifying matches, and the 4 winners will move on to our next pay-per-view. And the winning team, at the end of all this, will receive an opportunity at their respective genders belt, the Unified Championship for the men, and the women's title for the females. And that shot can be used at any place and any time. So this is a huge prize, Doc. Oh, it's big.
Oh, it's big. It's so big. It's huge. It's real huge because it's all about opportunity.
That's right. That's what we're doing. We're spreading opportunity, and we're graciously going to allow someone else to claim a piece of the Majesty of the Mat. Even though they'll never surpass Lethal Injection, that's okay. But it's going to be great, Doc. And you know, they're going to have to be careful out here because the men aren't allowed to wrestle the women. So Ray Wonder's going to have to be watching all this out there. There's going to be no funny business.
Oh, no funny business indeed, because in order to become a Majesty of the Mat, such like you and I are, game, you have to be at your best.
You're right about that. And here we go, folks. We're about to get stuff started here. And the first entrant here into this tournament is going to be none other than Ghost Lurker.
Oh, Ghost Lurker, you know, you're always going to get your best when you see Ghost Lurker at his.
Indeed, look at this, and oh, lucky for GL, Doc. Look, he looks like he drew a great partner here. It's none other than Malenka.
Oh, indeed, and agreed. What a great partner for a random draw. I'd be more than happy to have Malenka on my lap on my team.
You're right about that, Doc. So this could be the makings of a good team here. You have to see if GL can hold his temper, because, you know, there were rumors about, you know, GL likes to roughhouse him with the ladies, but that's unsubstantiated. But, you know, the kayfabe sheets, they go wild, Doc.
Oh, they go wild indeed. You know, they'll pick up anything that they think is some information, and there's lots of times they get all that bogus stuff. I mean, they've always printed, you know, junk about us, but I have to admit, lately, all that information they've been talking about the Bye Boys has been true.
Oh, you know it has. I mean, the Bye Boys just sick and disgusting, you know, swirling around in the house of old, trying to talk bad on Lethal Injection. I'm saying, I don't know how they got a piece of this here, but I guess equal opportunity. Somebody's out there wants to try to give Brutal Impact a leg up because they can't compete with Lethal Injection at all. But enough about that, Doc. It's going to be GL and Malenka taking on the team of, it's going to be the Darkness. The Darkness is rising, Doc. It's spreading.
Oh, indeed, darkness is spreading. Oh, look at that. You can feel the chillness and the cold in the air as it's getting darker and darker. Oh, and there he is. Oh, my God.
Oh, indeed, the Black Magic Darkness, Doc. And, you know, this just goes to show you how big of an event the Friday Night Lockup is, this special edition. And we haven't seen a lot of Malenka recently. And you know the Darkness, he's always mysterious. You never know where he's lurking, when he's going to come out. But, you know, he wants back in on the action here. And I think the Darkness might be spreading in the near future.
Oh, it's going to be spreading indeed. And there's no way to stop the Darkness once it gets on a roll. As we're going to see tonight, there's going to be a lot of black magic in that ring.
Yeah, exactly, Doc. And the black magic will be spreading, and, you know, who knows, Darkness can get himself a chance to really climb up that mountain. He can win this, so with whoever his partner is going to be, it's just opportunity, just a great opportunity. It's whoever wins this tournament going to get a shot at those belts.
Oh, indeed. And their two are no strangers to each other inside or outside that ring. But, you know, once that bell rings, I highly doubt they're going to give any mercy or any quarter to either of them.
No, you're right about that, Doc. I mean, these two have had a feud brewing under the surface. You know, GL and Darkness taking shots at each other, and it looks like they'll be able to get some aggression out. And, oh, speaking of getting some aggression out, Doc, it looks like Darkness's partner is going to be none other than the Disco Diva.
Oh, and what a way to sweeten up the match. They add some brown sugar to it, baby.
Oh, brown sugar indeed. I know there'll be certain people out there to be standing at attention, Doc, if you know what I mean.
As you know, all the men are standing, and I think there's more reasons why than they are.
Exactly. So, what a great match to start Friday night lockup and to start the Majesty of the Mat tournament here, Doc. It's going to be GL and Malenka against Darkness and the Disco Diva. What a great way to start this tournament, wouldn't you say?
Oh, it's a great way indeed. You know, for a tournament of this size and magnitude, you have to come out with the big guns, and there's no two bigger guns than the darkest ones you can find, and that's GL and DR.
Oh, you're right, Doc, and we are starting out with the big guns. And look at that, bringing the heavy artillery right for the start. I mean, these guys are just raining these blows. And look at this, a huge choke slam already from GL. He's not messing around.
Oh, he's not messing around, indeed. This looks like it's getting personal. They may not really be caring so much about the titles, but maybe just getting a little piece of each other.
Exactly, Doc. I mean, GL just bringing out the power game here. Knowing that they might have a shot at the titles down the line. I'm sure you're going to get the best effort from everybody in this tournament. Nobody's going to show any mercy out there. Oh,
there's not going to be any mercy indeed. As again, look at GL displaying his strength. And the DR with the quick turnaround.
Exactly. You know, if there's anybody that can just match the strength and aggression of GL, it's got to be Darkness, Doc.
Well, you gotta fight darkness with darkness. It's like fire with fire, and that's what we're seeing tonight. Uh-oh, not looking good.
Oh, indeed, looks like GL already setting them up for a receipt here. You gotta wonder if Darkness is going to be able to survive this. Oh, trying to break him in half, Doc.
Oh my, look at that, trying to break out the band. That's the way, sugar.
Oh, indeed, look at that. Yeah, Disco Diva knows what's on the line, saving the Darkness there. And this is just a great night, Doc. You got so much action here. The main event later is going to be the one defending his unified title against Tony Tiny. And I even got word that you might snap into a certain homeless bum coming up as you're going to beat down the RiDdler.
Oh, well, you know, no, Doc has an appetite for destruction, and I think tonight I might snap into it.
Oh, exactly. Gotta wonder if the RiDdler will even show up, though. I mean, looking out in the ring, seeing GL and DR, I gotta think that the Five Boys would be running scared, Doc.
I would be very scared at this point, indeed. Even all this that's going on, you know they have to be worried about what's going to happen later tonight.
Exactly. As you see, the Divas are in the ring now as we got the Disco Diva tagged in. Malenka's in there now. And look at these two ladies, Doc, as they know they're going to have a shot at the Divas Championship coming up. And look at this. Looks like it's the Angel Vice. Might have to ask her.
Ask her.
Oh, look at that. DR showing no mercy there, Doc, breaking that up.
You know, I have to admit that DR and the Disco Diva has been showing themselves as a well-oiled type machine. They've been on each other right there when they needed it. No mistakes at all.
You're right, Doc. You know, that goes to show you just how smart that our talent is, that they know the gravity of the situation, the opportunity that would await these teams. I mean, they're almost forced to work together here and try to do the best that they can. You know, if the team can't get along, they stand no shot of getting that opportunity.
And that's true, and that's what the whole Majesty of the Mat is taking two people, showing how well you can just blend and become one inside that ring and be crowned as a Majesty of the Mat.
Indeed, Doc. You know, great title that we're going to bestow on somebody here, even though they probably won't deserve it when you're talking about lethal injection. But that's what we do, Doc. We're givers, we're gracious, and we're going to give somebody the opportunity.
Oh, the opportunity is what all lethal injection has ever been about. You may not achieve our greatness, you may not become kings like ourselves, but there's dukes out there, there's princesses, there's other royalty that they can enjoy.
Exactly, Doc, and that's what we're going to provide. Look at that Disco Diva showing no ring rust, Doc. Now, we haven't seen much of her here at the DUI, but showing some great moves there, really taking it to a former women's champion there, Malenka, and look at that, a smart move, bringing in the darkness.
And that's how you have to do it. You have to always be thinking one step ahead if you want to be able to get to the top of the ring.
Oh, indeed, but you see the way this is, Doc, you know, it is men against men and women against women, so almost reset the match there after GL and DR got a little bit of a breather. Looks like we're going to have to see who's got the stamina to come out and try to take this match. And look at that, DR was showing a little bit of maybe effects from that receipt. He needs to bring the Disco Diva back in.
You see, he was thinking ahead, though. He had the ring cut off, and he made that quick tag, knowing that he can't last too long. But like you said, he is showing some damage. And look at this high risk.
Oh, indeed, Malenko off the top rope, a great elbow there. Oh, I don't know how much more the Disco Diva can take of that. Bringing in the heavy shots here. I mean, these ladies know what's on the line here, Doc. I mean, this is just great action. The fans going nuts in the stands. What a great way to start DUI's Friday night lockup.
Oh, you know, everybody's going to be happy. We're happy, they're happy, the sponsor's happy. When you have a product like this, nothing can go wrong but everybody being happy.
Oh, indeed. Everybody's happy, Doc. And like I said, you know, I don't know even why the Bye Boys are sponsoring this here. I mean, you got the #1 announced team, the franchise, the voices of the DUI. I mean, what more do you need?
Well, you know, it's the whole cross-promotional thing. They want to give everybody a little piece of the pie. But, you know, they're going to start off with the big dogs, the franchise.
Oh, exactly, Doc. Now, I got to think some of the sponsors or whatever have been fooled by Brutal Impact. I mean, you know, on their high horse, they're just egos running wild. You know, just because they got some titles, they think they're running stuff around here, thinking that they're actually better than they are. I mean, it's just absolutely disgusting.
And that's where they pull in the whole sponsorship. Just because they got a couple titles, the sponsors think that they're going to go in there and that these really are some high talented people.
Oh, indeed, but I got to be careful, though, Doc. I got to call this action. You saw Disco Diva with a great roll-up there, Malenko, but GL was able to break it up. I mean, got to be careful putting your hands on the ladies, but they're doing whatever they can to survive and try to win this match.
Well, everything's at stake. This is where you can actually get the bragging rights of being a Majesty of the mat. And look at that, Malenko once again to the Angel Vice.
Dean Asker, look at the referee Ray Wonder in good position there, but DR breaking it up again.
And there it is, that teamwork that the Disco Diva and DR have been showing has to be complimented.
Oh, it does. Definitely got to give that a hand, Doc. I mean, for all the marbles here, I mean, trying to win this match to move on to our next pay-per-view event where, don't forget at the next pay-per-view event, Doc, the Bye Boys are going to be flushed down the bowl by Lethal Injection as we get our rightful shot for the Tag Team Championships, and the gold will be coming home, Daddy.
Oh, indeed, and agreed.
Now look at this, the Disco Diva. Look at that, planting Malenko right down to the mat. She might have an opportunity to pick up the win, Doc. Here's the pin.
Ray in position.
And, oh, look at that. It looks like GL with a great move there was able to sidestep Darkness, who was trying to spread some black magic on. He breaks up that pin again. What's it going to take, Doc?
I don't know, but you see there was a couple words that the Disco Diva had for GL, so it looks like it's really getting heated up in the ring.
Did you see that, Doc? GL trying to show a little intimidation there. He looked like he was going to actually try to hit on the Disco Diva. You got to praise GL for showing some restraint there. I didn't like the look he was giving the Disco Diva.
Now, it looks like it's getting pretty personal. You know, GL's been known to lose his temper, but boy, to see him lose his temper and throw away a shot at such an opportunity, oh my.
Oh, that would be a travesty indeed, Doc. As you see, these two are in there. I mean, just bringing it to him. The darkness is spreading. I mean, it's amazing that the dome can contain all this action.
And you know, and that's what it takes. It takes a dome to be able to hold this much action in this type of environment.
Then you see the toll, Doc. I mean, just the strain and the stress of this match and the blows that all these competitors are hammering down on each other. I mean, you know, GL could have tried to go for a pin there from Darkness, but he realized he maybe didn't have the energy. He had to get the Divas back in.
Well, you got to admit, I mean, since the bell has rang, there's been nonstop. Oh, look at another pin attempt.
Oh, indeed. Look at that. Once again, GL was able to sidestep the Darkness there, Doc. I mean, just giving it their all in here. I mean, this is just an amazing match.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, since the bell has rang, it's been non-stop action. If I didn't know any better, I'd say this was a main event. Oh,
and look at this, Doc. The Angel Vice once again, but Darkness. Oh, wait a minute. He looks like he missed there, Doc. And, oh, he did. It looks like he couldn't make the save there. The Disco Diva taps out, and GL and Malenko pick up a huge win.
A huge win indeed. Boy, you talking about coming off from behind and just snatching the win. That's what we see tonight, and that's what it's going to take.
Oh, indeed, and Malenko looking in great form, Doc. I haven't seen much of her, but Gio and Malika are going to move on to the pay-per-view, and look at that, even celebrating Gio, showing happiness there. I mean, amazing, but they're going to move on in the tournament, and tough break for Disco Diva and Darkness.
Tough break indeed. It was Gio keeping his head together and Malika staying focused.